Hello YouTube, we're working on a knife that had the paracord handle. We've used just 400 grit sandpaper. We have a little bit of mineral spirits, paint thinner, and all we did was, we'll show you a little bit here on here. Stuff comes off pretty easy. And we did this plenty of times. We wipe this off. So it's coming off pretty easy. Then we did a little bit of steel wool, and then we have on our rotary tool, that's like a emery. It's like rubber with grit in it, so it's like an eraser with grit, and we use that to polish, and we went one direction only lengthways. We're not too worried about scratches because it's going to be a working knife. It doesn't have to be polished. You can still see the Guidesman. You can also see the type of steel over here. You might not be able to see it on the camera, but the 8CR, whatever. But okay, we'll make this clip really short because we're going to see if we can fit all this in one video of everything with the handle on, because I did videos on putting handles on before with epoxy and the pin. So we still have to do the design of the wood, and we still have to get the wood. But we're filming this while it is still in this shape, so you can see how easy that came off. So stay tuned for more on this project. Okay, here's what we're going to make the scales out of. MDF might be an odd choice. Also, I've seen people use those 2x4s you make your decks out of. That's the ground up milk jugs and sawdust. That makes some neat stuff too, but that's just with a coat of oil. We may stain it so it's darker. We may even make it black somehow. Make sure when you do your pattern, you do it the right way. You got to flip your pattern over. You're going to have one side. Like I said, it's the left side of the knife. I can tell how the curve leans forward, and then that's the right side. Make sure you do your pattern right. This is the factory side. It's going to get ground on in shape. This is good enough to hold the epoxy because it's sawed with one of these saws. And we may make the pegs out of wood too. We do have some brass left. I don't know if we have enough. So they may be made out of wood. So here we go. Like I said, it's going to be comfortable. This is a 1/4 inch. By the time we're done, it's going to go down about 1/8 of an inch towards the edges, because we have to make it thin enough to fit in the sheath. That's why if I make the pegs out of wood, it's going to be a lot easier to sand and shape. So enough talk. I did snap a picture of all this. Hang in there. We'll get this job done. Okay, we are done with the knife. This has been actually a couple days. The weekend, it's Monday night. It's been about 3 days, a little at a time. This is just your common steel, excuse me, 1/4 inch steel pins. You see how thin I got it there. It's not perfect on both sides. And then it's tapered in the back, so it tapers down. One side is rougher. Okay, I ground this down with my orbit sander, and then I could not get it smooth by hand. So this was all by hand. This was your actually factory side. So we're just gonna go with it. Here's how I covered that hole. I just went from here. Here's where your knife goes up. Here's your part, and I didn't modify this at all because it does fit pretty good. Fits really good now. With the paracord on there, it went around these grooves. You couldn't get your fingers down there. So with a smaller hand would like it better than me, but I'm glad I made it thinner in the back where it goes down your hand right here. Very comfortable. Be nice to carry on my belt. This blade on this thing is about 4.5 inch blade, about 4 1/4 if you take all the measurements, and the handle is about 4 1/2. So there you go. What this is colored with is model car paint. I had this mixed up years ago. This was brown, red, and black, and it looked like old barn board paint. Well, it got down to where it was more brown. There was, you really could not see no red or black in it. And I was going for a fake kind of barn board, you know, wood look, and kind of like leather. This knife has leather on it. I got a video on this, so I won't talk too much about it. It's a giant throwing knife, so it's kind of has that leather look. So even though it's not perfect on this side, I'm not going to complain because it's comfortable, it's not too thick, it will fit in the sheath, and it will snap. That's the main thing. Hoorah! So I'll be proud to carry it with the good side out. See, carry with the nice side out. These pins are just pressed in here. I'm gonna put some glue in them later on. I didn't want to mess it up for the filming, you know, to get glue or stain it, but I don't know if I even have to glue them because they're pressed in there. I mean, I used the little punch to drive them in there. Not real hard, but to get them in there, they went a little snug. But there you go. We won't waste too much more time on this video. I'll take some pictures, and thanks for watching this how-to video. Just with the old common MDF, what you see in the pictures, that it's just like sawdust and paper, and it's like cardboard. That was the problem I had. We're just split out drilling, and I put some, put some super glue, and it soaked up through, and it stayed shiny smooth. But we're not going to complain. It's a working knife. It's very comfortable, so I can overlook that. So once again, thanks for watching.